Today's experience was sent to us by a brother. Please listen to the end to understand his experience. God bless you. My name is Daniel Carter, and I need to tell you what happened to me. It was just another day, or at least I thought it was. I was driving home late one evening, tired and half asleep. I don't even remember the crash. One moment I was gripping the steering wheel, blinking hard to stay awake, and the next, I was gone. But I wasn't unconscious. I was somewhere else. I floated above my own body and the accident scene entirely. The great courtroom. When I tried to make sense of it, I wasn't on the road. I wasn't in my car. I wasn't even on Earth anymore. I was standing in a vast, endless courtroom, but not like anything I had ever seen. The sky above me was dark, not like night, but like a storm about to break. Lightning flashed without sound. The ground was cold beneath my feet, smooth like polished stone. I couldn't tell if I was standing on something solid or if I was just floating in the middle of nowhere. Then I noticed something even worse. I wasn't alone. In front of me was a massive, blinding light, so bright I could barely look at it. The light wasn't just shining. It was alive. And I knew deep inside that this was Jesus. To his left and right stood mighty figures, angels so tall and powerful that I felt like an insect before them. Some held great books, while others stood silent, watching me with piercing eyes. Their faces were fierce but without hate, like warriors who had seen too much. I then heard a deep, thunderous voice spoke. Daniel Carter. Step forward. The words shook the very air around me. My knees buckled. My body trembled. I knew I was in trouble. Every sin exposed. As I stood there, frozen in fear, the angel continued turning the pages of the great book. And I saw everything. Every sin I had ever committed, every wrong I had done, every moment I had ignored what was right. I had thought my mistakes were small, but now I saw them as they truly were. Sins of the mind. At first, I saw the things I had thought in secret, things I never spoke aloud but had lived inside my heart. Jealousy. I saw the times I had envied others, wishing I had what they had instead of being happy for them. When a friend got a better job, a new car, or even just seemed happier than me, I had resented them. I never said it, but inside, I wanted them to fail so I could feel better about myself. Pride. I saw how often I had thought I was better than others. When someone made a mistake, I had judged them harshly, even though I had made the same mistakes before. Hatred. I saw the times I had hated people, not always openly but in my heart. I had held grudges, wished harm on others, and refused to forgive. Lust. I saw the times I had looked at women with sinful thoughts, treating them as objects in my mind instead of people with souls. Even though I had never acted on many of these thoughts, God had seen them all. And then I felt it, the weight of those thoughts. Every hateful feeling had hurt someone, even if they never knew. Every evil thought had separated me from God. Sins of the tongue. Then I saw the words I had spoken. I saw the lies I had told, big and small. I had lied to avoid trouble, to make myself look better, or just to impress people. I had thought they were harmless. But now I saw that every lie had added to my guilt. Gossip. I had spoken badly about others behind their backs. I had laughed at their mistakes and spread rumors without even caring if they were true. I had ruined reputations and caused pain without even thinking. Cruelty. I saw the words I had said in anger. Harsh insults, words meant to hurt, words I had thrown at people in moments of rage. Every one of them had left wounds I never saw, but God had seen them all. Disrespect. I had talked back to my parents, mocked my teachers, and ignored people who only wanted to help me. I had thought it was normal. Now I saw it was sin. And then I felt it, the pain my words had caused. I saw people crying because of something I had said. I had forgotten those moments. But they had not. Sins of action. Then I saw what I had done. Stealing, I had taken things that didn't belong to me. Sometimes it was small, taking money from my parents without asking, keeping something I found instead of returning it. Other times it was bigger. Every time, I had convinced myself it wasn't a big deal. But now I saw it was theft. Cheating. I had cheated on tests, on assignments, in games, and even on people's trust. I had looked for shortcuts, thinking it didn't matter. But God saw every dishonest action, and now I have faced my decisions. Ignoring those in need, I had walked past homeless people without helping. I had seen friends in pain but told myself I was too busy to care. I had turned away when I could have helped. And now I saw their suffering as if it was my own. Sexual sin, I had treated purity like a joke. I had watched things I shouldn't have watched. I had engaged in relationships that I knew were sinful. I had told myself it was normal, but now I saw the truth. Those are Satan's strategy against our eternal destiny. And then I felt it, the destruction my actions had caused. I saw people whose trust one had broken. I saw the damage I had done to my own soul. I saw the consequences I had ignored. Sins of neglect. But the worst part? It wasn't just what I had done, it was what I had failed to do. Ignoring God, I had lived my life as if God didn't exist. I had laughed at church, ignored the Bible, and made fun of people who took faith seriously. I had acted like I had all the time in the world to think about God. Denying the truth, I had known right from wrong, but I had chosen wrong anyway. I had ignored the voice of my conscience, pushing away guilt instead of repenting. Wasting time, I had wasted years chasing after things that didn't matter: money, popularity, entertainment. I had spent hours on meaningless things but had never spent even a moment with God. And then I felt it, the emptiness of a wasted life. I saw what I could have been, the good I could have done, the people I could have helped, if only I had listened. But I had ignored it all. And now it was too late. I fell to my knees. Tears streamed down my face. I had no excuses left. I wanted to go back, to fix everything. I wanted to say sorry, to take back every lie, every cruel word, every selfish choice. But I couldn't, because time was up. I had wasted my life. And now I was about to face judgment. A silence fell over the courtroom. It was the kind of silence that pressed down on you, heavy and final. I wanted to explain, to defend myself, but there was no defense. I was guilty. I knew it. Tears streamed down my face. I had wasted my life. I had lived for myself and never thought about the consequences. I had ignored God, ignored His warnings, ignored the truth. And now it was too late. I heard the pages of the great book turning again. The book of life. I held my breath, desperate for my name to be there. Page after page turned. I prayed, begged, pleaded. Then the page stopped. And my name was missing. A final judgment was about to be given. My whole body went numb. I knew what was coming. The ground beneath me began to crack. A deep, horrible sound echoed through the courtroom. The sound of a door opening to something below. I looked down. Beneath me was pure darkness. It was alive, swirling like smoke, stretching out like hands ready to pull me in. No, no, no. I screamed, trying to back away. But there was nowhere to run. A force stronger than anything I had ever known pulled me downward. I fell, plunging into the blackness as the courtroom disappeared above me. Then, I felt returning to my physical body. I woke up. Gasping, shaking, I sat up in my hospital bed, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would burst. I was alive. I was back. The doctors told me I had been in a coma for 2 days. I had suffered a massive head injury in the crash. They thought I might not wake up. But I did. And I woke up with the memory of everything I had seen. The fear still clung to me. The judgment. the weight of my sins, the terror of being pulled into eternal darkness. It was not just a dream. I knew deep in my soul that it was real. And I knew one more thing. It was a warning. I had been given another chance. But how long would it last? And what would I do with it? I don't share this story for attention. I don't care if people believe me or not. I share it because I saw what happens after death. And it is nothing like what most people think. I was standing before the throne of God. I saw my sins laid bare. And I almost fell into eternal judgment. And now I have a choice. The question is, what will you choose before it's too late?